keeping with our presentations, again, you can see all the positive things that we're doing in Bessemer. It's really interesting to go to these different classes, and I'm looking forward to go to the wellness. I hope I don't fail any of the tests. No, Janet does a wonderful job, and obviously Dave and Tracy are doing a wonderful job. And it does take everybody in the community, in the school, to run these programs, and we have it here in Bessemer. So thank you for your presentations.
Okay, moving on. Adoption of the agenda.
I need to add, under discussion items E, I gave you the ISD school board minutes. They just came in today. And then also, I gave you in the packet what Bessemer schools offer in curriculum. I believe that was in the packet. And then you received what the state is requiring for their merit, Michigan Merit Diploma. So just those two things if we want to discuss. And then I have one correction under E. It's Brian Anderson, not Brian Adams, on the ad hoc committee. Under action items.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Chair,
Second.
support by Beth. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Public comment? Okay, approval of the minutes of the January 26th regular Board of Education meeting.
Make a motion.
Motion by Annette. Support. Support by Al. Any additions or corrections? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Financial matters, receipts and disbursements, bank reconciliation, accounts payable. There was one additional bill for the Gilgibic Range Bank for the roof loan. The amount is $3,565.56. Need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mary. Is it-
Annette.
Annette, okay.
I'll second.
Support by Sherry. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Approval of the trust and agency financial statement.
I'll make a motion that the trust and agency financial statement be approved.
Motion on the floor. Do we have support?
Support.
Support by Beth.
Yes.
Any further discussion?
I have one. I had asked, you know, we're getting our board packets emailed. Can we get this email? Sure, then you don't have to hand it.
Any other discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Reports from committees.
Okay, as you know, tonight all the committees met and they elected their chairpersons, and I'll just read them off. Building and Grounds will be Sherry Graham. Personnel and Negotiations will be Sherry Graham. Curriculum will be Mary Beth Trudgeon. Finance, Beth Steiger. Extracurricular, Mary Beth Trudgeon, and the Bond Ad Hoc Committee will be Al Geist. Those will be the chair people. And we'll meet on an ad-need basis.
Moving on, discussion items, 2014 state academic champs. Dave?
Okay, I put the scores in all of our packets. And one thing I want to highlight, Bessemer is doing exceptional well academically. These figures came out last week from the state, and out of the entire state, there's 507 school districts, Bessemer is rated number 51. Okay, so that's in the top 10%. And out of all the, in Region 1, which is all the UP, there's 61 school districts, and we're 5th, so we're in the top 8% in the UP. So Bessemer is very strong, and doing very well academically. And they're testing, and then I broke it down per grade level. It shows you the, let me get to the, okay, for instance, grade 3, it shows the scores in 2011, 2012, and 2013 in math and reading, and you can see we're going up in all our scores. So I did break it down grade level. Same with grade 4, that's math, reading, and writing. Grade 5 is math, reading, and science. Grade 6 is math, reading, and social studies. Grade 7 is math, reading, and writing. And let's see, grade 9 is social studies. Grade 11 is math, reading, writing, social studies, science, and the proficiency on the ACT scores. And then, so you can see there's a couple areas that we went down in. So this is a good way for us to look at areas that we need to improve on, but it also is a time for us to celebrate the areas that we're doing very strong on. But I think it's phenomenal that out of 507 school districts, we're number 51 in the top 10%. And that's why we have a girl that qualified to go to Harvard this year. That's why our Science Olympiad is number 1 in UP, qualified for state, beat the number 8th ranked school in the state. That's why our Quiz Bowl is in the semifinals. That's why we do what we do. Now I'm gonna jump around, and this doesn't come automatically. Okay, we have a program that's called Simple K-12, and I was gonna talk a little bit about that, but I gave you a readout, and it shows, it's a website where teachers can go on and do in-service activities free of charge. We pay, as a district, we pay $2,000 a year for this, and all teachers have the access. So you can see Bessemer, number 1 in the total hours. Our teachers have spent 271 hours on Simple K-12. The next school closest to us is 63 hours. So these scores don't come automatically. It's because of what the teachers have dedicated their career to, teaching these kids and getting better at what they do by spending 271 hours of their own time learning how to do things better, learning new things, new techniques, and that's why we are what we are. Because of the staff, because of the board, because of the community, and mostly because of the students. So when I say we're Bessemer strong, we are. We're very strong. Would we like to be number 1 in the state? Yes. But then we would have no place to improve. So now we're 51, we have areas to go. If I want to be number 1 in the UP, I'd love to be number 1 in the UP, but we're number 5, so we have room to grow. And there's areas within those individual grades that we can improve on, and that's exactly what we'll be looking at in our school improvement plans. How will be tied to our test scores, where do we want to improve? So yeah, we're doing very well.
Dave, just a quick comment. You mentioned that the 507 school districts in Michigan, I think there's really more.
Well, I think there's more schools, but maybe districts. See, some districts have 3 or 4 high schools.
I understand that. I
Okay.
thought when I was here there were 534.
Well, I think we've
school
lost some
districts.
schools now.
Well, I know schools, but I was thinking districts.
Or districts, I mean. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think that's the number I looked at.
Well, if anything, if it isn't 507,
Yeah.
it's more.
Then we're better. Right? Then we'll be higher percentage.
We would be.
Yep, yep. Any other questions or comments? So yes, we're doing very well.
You want to keep talking on the Michigan high school graduation requirements?
Okay, that's just, that booklet you have. The state requires a student to take 18 credits to get a Michigan Merit Diploma. Bessemer requires 24 credits. Again, we go up and beyond the minimum requirements for a student to get a diploma. And that's just FYI, you can look at what the state requires and then what we require. But again, we push our students. We don't give them the study halls. We don't give them slough classes. We are pushing our students, and that's why academically we're so strong. And as expectation, I think coming here last year, many times you go to a community that has a strong tradition in athletics or strong tradition in music, but I see in Bessemer we have a strong tradition in academics, athletics, and fine arts. It's the community is behind, and I think when Dave Rose spoke, when he said all he has to do is mention he needs money for the Science Olympiad, and it's gonna come. You know, qualify for state and they will pay, so to speak. So it's a tradition, and the community is, and I always look at, you know, education is a three-legged stool. It's the community, the school, and the students. And all those legs have to be intact or it falls over, and I think Besmer has that going really well.
Okay, simple K-12, you touched on
Yeah,
that.
I touched about that. I just wanted you to show that none of this is automatic. The staff is, this is all on their own time. They do this 271 hours on their own time, learning and learning how to teach kids better, what to teach kids. And yeah, like I said, the next school closest to us is 63 hours.
And then, in addition to the simple K-12 too, we should mention that they're working on this
Oh,
M-Trax
yes,
training.
yes.
What was that?
M-Trax training, Triggs training, where they're learning how to integrate technology into the classroom. So they're spending many hours on that also, how to develop online assessments and things, and items like that, how to get instant feedback from kids using technology. So they know what they're doing in the classroom with kids, how they're growing and learning in the classroom almost instantaneously. So besides simple K, they're also spending a lot of time with this, the modules through this Triggs training. And
It's intense.
And it's a technology readiness grant.
And that's a very intense program. We have been trying to do that during our professional development days. And that's what we did on our last one here, last week.
Yeah, less.
Yeah, the staff is working hard.
Do we see individual teachers, can we give an award for who does that?
We give them an attaboy.
Yeah. Competition.
They,
No, I
they get sketches,
I don't have individual
they
breakdowns.
get credits for it,
Yeah, they can,
that goes towards their recertification.
Oh. You also gave us the course offerings, is that, this is what we're offering this year, or this is what?
Yeah,
we
these are the classes that we offer at the high school. As you can see, there's quite an extensive, a lot of these are in, cooperation with Cogibbet Community. You know, some of these are, other offerings are in,
Yeah.
with Cogibbet Community College. Odyssey Ware classes, there's quite a few in there, so if they, you know, right now we don't offer psychology, so we can, kids take that online. I think we provide a full curriculum here for all kids. If we can't offer it, we find a way to get it for them, either through the college or through the online courses that we have.
How much online do they have, are they required to do now? Like, are they supposed to they're required now to take some kind of online course before, right? Or no, not yet?
No.
I
No.
thought there was a requirement on that.
No requirement for an online class.
Okay.
Online classes, if we don't offer a class, we allow the online.
Yeah, but I also thought that they wanted them, or they required that they take at least one online course. Okay, all right.
And again, it speaks to our staff, our teaching staff, on how we can offer all these classes and the hard work that they go through, the amount of preparation they have to provide this for our kids. They're a hard-working staff. I'm really proud of them.
Okay, Dave, you wanna touch on the spring board administrator dinner?
As you know, every year the ISD puts together a dinner. It's in Watersmeet at the casino for all the board members, and they'll have presentations by some of the students. This year it's gonna be second grade students using a Chromebook. That was new to the second grade this year. iPad was given to the kindergarten and first grade. Now we're converting over to Chromebooks. So, we don't need a count yet, but it's Dutch, as you knew last year. We don't pay, you pay your own. And we pay for the parents and the student and the teacher that will present. But I just wanted you to get that on your calendar, and we'll be getting a head count later.
Any comment on the ISD minutes? Or is that just for?
That's FYI.
Okay.
And we already talked about the course offerings and the requirements.
Action items. Motion to contract Neola for electronic policy books. Cost-
Okay, right now, we have a policy book that's about this thick, and we have forms about this thick, and procedures about same thick. Out of Neola's 60-some schools they're representing in the UP, we're only one of two that is not electronic. So for instance, if we have a violation of a policy or wanna look up a policy, either Dan or I have to take this book and start going through it. Electronically, you can just type in a keyword, like say, you wanna know the policy on tobacco use, and it'll show every policy that talks about tobacco use. And, so, the initial cost is $4,900, and it can be spread over 4 years. And, because it's gonna be a long time investment, but we're, like I said, one of only 2 schools now that is not electronic.
Is that a public, I mean,
We
everyone?
we can have it either way, we can have it public access, or we can have it password access, and that's what the board can discuss once we get it up and running.
And is that upfront fee, is there any maintenance then for
Yeah,
those
then,
4 years?
right now, we pay, every year we pay a fee, I think it's about $1,200, isn't it, Chris?
For the updates, yes.
Yeah, so the fee will be the same, this is just to get it online and get everything downloaded online and up and running, then it'll be just our normal fees.
Do we
And
get
then
any
we'll,
savings for not having enough paper or
Photocopy.
well, you don't have to do any,
photocopy?
well,
Your
one,
time?
one master book. So if somebody wants to come in and look at it, say they don't have access to a computer, they could literally come and look at the book. And I did have some parents last year come and look at some policies.
But it sounds like it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, it would, and it's more accurate, because we could be looking up a policy and miss one. So it is, and I don't know, all of you know those policy
Yeah.
books are at
Yeah,
least
we've
60.
seen them.
Yeah.
You need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Sherry,
Second.
support by Beth. Any further discussion?
And when would this start?
Well, I
Next year?
think it's probably gonna take them probably 6 to 8 weeks to get this. I have the contract on my desk, so we get it filled out, and then it's just a matter of time to get that loaded down.
So my next question, it's not in the budget right now, so would it start our next?
No, we could probably,
Defer to
start
next year.
next year and do a